What's up, guys? It's Allie, and I'm here to talk about the Justice League Twitter reviews that have been going up. Social media embargo seems to have been lifted, and we're getting little snippet thoughts of what people think of the Justice League film. And honestly, I'm thinking a lot of it, after reading most of the comments that we've gotten so far, I'm thinking a lot of it is quite positive. The only thing I'm worried about is that the main reviews are going to be actually counted as unfair, and therefore the RT score is going to still be rather low. Because if you read the individual reviews of Batman vs. Superman, honestly there's quite a few positives that people do pull out in their reviews, and yet it's still got such a low score on Rotten Tomatoes. I believe like a 26% or 27% or something like that. I don't think Justice League is going to get that low just because people are talking about how much fun they had while watching the movie. A lot of people said they had a blast, and they're really loving Wonder Woman, The Flash, and Aquaman. So far we've heard glowing reports from them. But the only thing I'm worried about is that narratively it seems that people have some problems with it, and also some CGI problems as well. And I'm going to, reserve all judgment until I see the film as well. And honestly, I've lost a lot of respect for these reporters just simply because I think they throw a lot of misguided and also unnecessary hate toward the DC films. And I know that might sound like, oh, conspiracy theorist or whatever, but it's just hard to say that they're completely credible after what happened with BVS, because I think that movie is honestly a masterpiece, and I just don't get a lot of the hate that it got, and I still don't get it to this day. I still argue with a lot of my friends over it. It's kind of stupid to argue about it now, but I really defend that movie because I think it was really, really great, and I think people just really missed it. It just went over their heads for some reason, which is really dumb. I mean, there was little comic book panels that came out of The Dark Knight that are completely shot and framed and look the exact same way that are in BVS, and so it's a complete masterpiece in my mind. And so I feel the same way that it's going to be like that for Justice League. A lot of people are saying it is Zack Snyder's film, very much so. But still, I'm hearing a lot of good positivity that really it's gone into a more lighter term. They're also really getting all the characters right and just making this feel like a really good team. And since I was a kid, I've been waiting for a Justice League film. Justice League is something I've grown up with. Batman is my favorite superhero of all time. Wonder Woman crushed it earlier this year, and so I'm super excited to see how she does in this movie after such a fantastic standalone. So I am really, really excited to see how this movie does and where it takes the DCEU so far. Obviously, Aquaman is the next movie that comes out, so it's really good to hear glowing reports from him of his character, and that Jason Momoa is doing really well, and he looks like he's having a blast, in all honesty, so that's fun too. But yeah, guys, I heard a lot of people saying that the reviews are a mixed bag, but honestly, I only saw one review that was like really, really against it and said it was just blatantly terrible. And yeah, it's hard for me to say that it's a mixed bag when pretty much everyone across the board, except for that one guy that I found, had literally the exact same thing to say. Narratively, it's weak, but the characters are strong, and it's funny, and the plot and the villain may not, work as well as we would like them to, but the characters rise above that, and that's something that we want. We want this team to look really good, and we want this team to be cohesive and just to give us a really good feeling of where the DCEU is heading. After all, these characters are what the foundation is. This is the foundation of DC in general, in comic books as well. The Justice League, the DC Trinity, you've got Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman in there. So this is, we're laying our foundation right now for the DCEU, and to have these strong characters come out of it, I think it's going to be a really great thing. I also heard a lot of reports that it's better than Suicide Squad, like way better than Suicide Squad. And so I think that's a good report too. I, had a lot of fun at Suicide Squad, but I understand the problems it had. It was really jarring with the editing, and I'm thankful that we're not hearing anything like that. We're just hearing, that it's got just a weak plot and a weak villain, which, if you really boil it down, Wonder Woman had a weak villain. The plot itself, I suppose you could dissect and say it was weak, but really Wonder Woman was what shined, and that's what made that movie perfect. And so, I'm obviously going to reserve my judgment, as I said before, and I'm probably going to love this movie. I'm just I'm getting that vibe and that sense. But anyways, guys, these reviews are giving me a positive vibe for sure, and I'm happy that we're getting this cohesive consensus from these critics, and I think the RT score is going to be an interesting thing to see develop on the 15th when the embargo is completely lifted and people's reviews come out. My guess is probably it's going to end up in the 60s somewhere, same as Watchmen. Anything higher than that, like 70s or 80s, would be really wishful thinking, but I would love it for it to be in the 70s, because I think that would just help it blow out its box office expectations of 120 million. I still think it's going to do better than that, same as Wonder Woman with its early one being 65 and it went to 101. So yeah. But anyways, guys, you can let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below, and just please, yeah, just give me your thoughts. What do you think how Justice League is going to do? And let me know if you're going to go see it opening weekend. I've already bought my tickets. I cannot wait to see this movie. I got a Justice League shirt the other day with a JL symbol on it that's from the film. And I'm so stoked to go see this movie, and I'll have a review out for you as soon as I can. Catch you guys next time. Bye!